And we're live. Peace, family. It's Jay Morrison, and I'm sitting here with one of my star proteges, the king, Isaac Grace.
Yes.
Hailing from New Jersey, just like myself. This is my younger brother for real. Isaac's been a protege of mine for 4 years now. Is a star student, star performer, excellent businessman. Just came on our one-on-one coaching program.
Yep.
He hit me up, said, King, I've been procrastinating for a couple of years. I'm ready now, and let's get into it. For those who don't know me, outside my name, Jay Morrison, I am the CEO and fund manager of the Tulsa Real Estate Fund. That's a SEC-regulated, Regulation A Tier 2 real estate crowd fund, a private lending platform and investment vehicle for the crowd to invest in real estate assets together. I'm also the CEO and founder of the Jay Morrison Academy and the Easy Funding Small Business Funding Program. And so on top of that, 3-time author and a bunch of other accolades we'll be here all day talking about. But I've been in entrepreneurship in the real estate development and investing game for going on 12, 14 years now, and had the opportunity to mentor, coach, and train a lot of young kings and queens, not queen, but kings such as yourself,
Right.
and young queens out there. And so I want to talk about you today, Isaac. So
Yes.
my audience is watching social media. We're going to have this on YouTube and other platforms. I've been really impressed by your growth. I know that you come from an adverse background, such as myself.
Yes.
24 years old.
24.
Last year, your business nearly did $100,000 last year.
Yep.
So almost a 6-figure business last year. Already close to half of that already this year in the first quarter.
2018 has been great.
2018 has been great for him. He's been crushing it, following the blueprint that we've laid out. So this particular interview has a theme to it, and it's how to build $1 million real estate business, real estate wholesaling business at 24 years old.
Right.
Wholesaling is a real estate strategy that I've used starting out at 25 years old when I got in the game. In conjunction with being a landlord, buying and flipping, real estate developing, being a realtor, being a loan officer. So there's many ways to get a bag in real estate, but today we're going to talk about how to get a 7-figure bag, how to build $1 million real estate wholesaling business.
Right.
And that's the theme of our lecture we're doing. I'm introducing Isaac not just as a client, but he will be one of the premier coaches, real estate wholesaling coaches here at the Jay Morrison Academy. He will be the king you go to when you want to learn how to scale and grow your business. He's going to teach you everything that I taught him and that he knows he's picked up along the way from other coaches, training, and mentors, all his combined knowledge with all my expertise. He's going to teach that to you guys on March 31st on an event we got called, what's it called again?
5 steps to a multi-million-dollar wholesale company.
Yep, Wholesale
Starting 5.
Madness, right, the starting
Starting 5.
So it's March Madness. We're going to bring the top 5 positions you need to have a multi-million-dollar real estate wholesaling business during our Wholesale Madness event, March 31st here in Atlanta, Georgia, and streamed online. Yep. So let's get into it with you, King Isaac. So I want to set our audience up and just tell them a little bit about your journey. What got you into real estate and introduced into the Jay Morrison Academy?
All right, great. So, what got me introduced to the whole academy was 2014, I would say end of summertime. I was kind of just hanging out. I come from, not the best background, but, not the worst either. So, I was kind of just, scribbling around on YouTube. I came across actually one of his videos that popped up, and what it said was ex-drug trafficker turned multi-millionaire real estate investor, and it hit me. So I clicked on it. I started watching a couple of videos, and within that same night, after watching a few videos, I was impressed. And it wasn't really the real estate; it was more King Jay's message. Just to see another, young king, dressed up, looking good, and not what I wasn't used to. So it inspired me immediately. So it was $90 at this time a month. It was a while ago. So it was $97 a month, and I'm like, you know what? I'll spend that millions of times. So, let me just do this. At worst, I learned a little bit. It can't hurt me. So I signed up for the academy, and I haven't looked back since. There've been a lot of ups and downs, but ultimately, this is the guy that got me, that helped me find my way in this business here.
And so I remember like when we do events in the Philadelphia or Southern New Jersey area, you would come out, we started building, you hit me up on Instagram, even about the YMC movement and social activism and things we were doing. But I was always impressed because you always had that high energy and you were hungry.
Yep.
And I remember you being like 20, 21 years old, talking about how hungry you was, how much you really wants to do it. And watching you transition from that urban street kind of life to really becoming a accepting, polished businessman.
Right, yep.
A lot of us, like right now I'm dressed down today, you guys see me suited and booted often enough. But a lot of times we, especially as young black men, have a hard time pulling away from that urban environment
Absolutely.
and embracing corporate culture and business.
Right.
And as you've done that, I've seen your career, your business level up as well.
Yes, absolutely.
So, I have tens of thousands of students out there, and many of them are always asking what I would call elementary, basic, entry-level real estate wholesaling questions. But really questions I had too.
Right.
So I'm not, knocking them. These are questions I had, questions you had. So I want you to spit some game. Again, March 31st, Wholesale Madness here in Atlanta, but it will be live streamed as well if you register. We'll give you the information in just a little bit. But during Wholesale Madness, first, give them the game I just gave you on our one-on-one coaching session to how you know you've built $1 million business.
Perfect. All right, I'll make this nice, simple, and easy. This is simple. He laid this out to me. I've been preaching this to my team all week. Something simple as if you can profit $12,500 a month for a year straight, that's $150,000 profit for you. So the way that you can evaluate your company is you can take your yearly profits, you can multiply that by 5, 6, or 7, we'll say 7 years, and that would give you a net worth of your business. So, $150,000 a year profit times 7 years is a little over $1 million. I don't know the exact number, but it's a little over $1 million.
$1,050,000.
Right. So, like you said, if you can profit $12,500 a month consistently, you can be on your way to a multi-million-dollar company.
Right. And so to put that in perspective for y'all, like, my goal is to be the big homie and a voice of reason for our culture.
Right.
And we've been so misguided about what money really looks like, what wealth really looks like, and what wealth is. And so the reason why I broke that down to you, because I remember when I was 25, being successful, making some money. Well, not at 25. I struggled my first 9 months. But when I caught my wave in real estate.
I struggled too.
Right. We all struggle. I remember going on 27 plus years old. I remember this. I was in my condo. I had $700,000 liquid. I had over $3 million in property, but I was still beating myself up because I hadn't become a millionaire.
Right.
Because the hood taught me, because the streets taught me, because the trap taught me that to be a millionaire, you have to have $1 million in cash. That means you're a millionaire.
Yep.
And so we get so hyped up. Oh, P. Diddy got an $800,000 net worth. Jay-Z net worth is XYZ. Oh, but what I learned in business, that's why I want to give this back to you. I want to alleviate the pressure from my young kings and queens out there. This is how they're really evaluating their net worth, their businesses, and their multi-millionaire or billionaire status. Warren Buffett and the billionaires of the world, many of them, most don't have $1 billion cash. They're calculating their assets and the worth of their assets. So when you have a business, most businesses are valuated at a 7 times multiple of their net annual profit. So here's how you can take the pressure off yourself. If you were to follow our strategies, our blueprint, and the coaching Isaac's going to give you and the training we have online in the J. Morrison Academy, if you could simply profit $12,500 a month,
that's simple.
1, 2, or 3 deals. If you could profit $12,500 a month and do that for the year, $150,000 a year for your business is then worth $1 million or $1,050,000.
Right.
And if you're the 100% owner of your business, that's 100% of net worth to the good. Not to mention your other assets, cash flow, additional businesses, insurances, and other things you may bring to the table. So once you understand the game of wealth and money, you then can operate and play the game. That's why I wanted to give you that game and give our audience that game.
Right.
Because too many of us are out here chasing money that's not real. And you're chasing goals and milestones and markers that your heroes and idols haven't even accomplished for themselves,
right,
because they're doing it by the book, which is evaluating your true net worth and your business worth.
Right.
So now, To get to that $12,500 a month, we know that many of the, and we don't use the word wholesalers, we try to stay away from the word wholesalers. I understand it's industry lingo. We slip up and say it sometimes. But we don't want you to pigeonhole yourself into being a wholesaler or bird dog. Yep. We want you to be a real estate investor or real estate developer who uses a wholesaling strategy. Right. So tell the audience who doesn't even know what wholesaling is, what is real estate wholesaling?
Okay, I'll make it nice and simple for you guys. You know, real estate wholesaling it pretty much works like this. You know, in your market today, there's hundreds of cash transactions going on, whether you sleep, you go out, it's happening, whether you're there or not. So the key is to position yourself in the middle of all these transactions so that you can make money. How do you do that? Obviously, you have a seller, you know, so we want to specialize in the marketing, in the sales of the business. You know, the real estate is just a product that we're marketing and selling. So if we can specialize on marketing, if we can specialize on keeping ourselves in front of the entire market of homeowners and always giving us that opportunity to contract that property and, you know, bring it to our buyers, we can start making some of them hundreds, 200, 300 transactions going on a month in your county. That's a simple way of how wholesaling works. We'll be here all day really trying to break it down, but you know, that's the concept right there. How can I get in the middle of the seller and the buyer? Through marketing is going to get you there.
Yep. So what we focus on, I love that you use the word positioning because that's something that we obviously preach and teach, right? It's about positioning yourself. This is not as a realtor. You don't need a real estate license to do this. You don't need a high school diploma to do this. You don't even need a GED to do this. Right. This is something that I've done as a former high school dropout and 3-time felon.
And I say I'm a high school dropout. I did get my GED the year that I graduated, but I'm a high school dropout, guys. So, you know, if you're a high school dropout, you don't have a lot of education, don't worry about that.
Right.
You know,
this 24
not worry about
years
that.
old. When did you close your first deal?
I closed my first deal, I would say 2004. So May of 2015. So I might have been 6-7 months into the academy at that time when I closed my first deal.
All right, how much you make in your first transaction?
$12,500. First deal.
$12,500.
Literally.
First deal.
Right.
Literally. So, what's your largest deal to date?
My largest deal to date is $15,000, but I got it closing at the end of April. As long as this seller finds a house in Columbus, Ohio, that'll be $17,500. So that'll be my highest. But that's
mind you, this is from being a middleman or middlewoman in a transaction.
Yep.
So all you're doing is simply learning our strategy we're going to teach. You're going to need some capital, minimal capital potentially, for marketing, and to position yourself. And all you're going to do is be the middleman between interested buyers and motivated sellers. And you're going to get your bag. And we're going to teach you exactly how to do that and become a millionaire in your own right if you do what you got to do. So, let's talk about some of the tactics and strategies we use. Now, mind you, there's hundreds of strategies. You're going to learn many of them March 31st during Wholesale Madness and in our training and our courses.
Right.
But let's talk about that strategy. So if I'm a motivated seller, right, I lost my home, I'm going through foreclosure, I may have a potential death in my family and inherited a property or any of those circumstances, how would you approach me through a cold call? You mailed something out to me or, you got my info from somewhere.
Right.
How would you handle that initial conversation and pretend I'm that
right.
seller?
So typically, like you said, we cold call, we mail, so we do a lot of different marketing. So the key is, once you get on the phone with the seller, obviously you want to come off with a nice, smooth, 30-second commercial elevator pitch. It's simple, straight to the point. Who you are, your company, why you're calling, how you can help, no commitment involved. So we want to get the seller in just a habit of just saying yes. Simple as, just a simple script, getting them in that nice habit of saying yes. So
let's role play a little bit into how that looks, right?
All right, perfect.
So you want to call me or I'm calling you from a mailer? How do you want to do it?
You call me. I sent you a letter.
All right, you sent me some attractive marketing. I looked you up. Your branding was on point. I take you more serious than everybody else. You position yourself well, all what we teach, right? So you called me. I'm excited. Ring, ring.
Ring, ring. Hi, how you doing? This is Isaac Grace.
Hey, Isaac. This is Mr. Morrison. I got one of your, I guess, flyers or brochures in the
Yes.
mail about buying my home potentially.
Great, great, perfect, Mr. Morris. I appreciate that. Yes, you got that letter from me. I'm a local home buyer in the market. We're just contacting homeowners, just looking to see would they be interested in entertaining a cash offer for their property.
I mean, honestly, I've been scratching my hair all day trying to figure out, how the heck I'm gonna get rid of this property. It's not something I really want. Like, I live in Texas.
Okay.
My uncle passed away, left me this property. It's on me to figure out what to do with it. And I'm busy. I don't really have time for, this property thing. So, are you saying a real cash deal?
Yes, great, Mr. Morris. So I heard a lot of, we work with a lot of sellers, in situations like you. So, if you want to get this process started, I'll gather some details about the property, get a little understanding about what's going on with you. You did tell me a little bit, just get a better understanding. We'll talk about condition of the property, the makeup of it, so that way I can save you time. Go ahead, do my due diligence, let you know a number that we can be at. And if it works for you, we'll come see the property. If you want to mail us a key, or, we can figure all them things out when we get to that part.
So are you a realtor?
No, I'm not a real estate agent. I'm not licensed. I'm just a real estate investor, looking to purchase properties in the market. We just have goals to acquire a few properties for the month.
All right. Well, I mean, sounds good, Isaac. I'd love to talk a little bit more. Can you take my number down and we can reconvene when I'm out of this meeting?
Perfect. Fair enough. What's your number?
All right, cool. So good job.
That's how it works.
So again, just some of the on-the-spot strategies and kind of the lingo you got to pick up on in order to be an effective
Right.
wholesaler or real estate investor with using wholesaling strategies. And so we're going to talk also about the numbers game. But I know a lot of our students who have used the wholesaling strategy are really concerned about their relationship with realtors and how they approach realtors. So could you give me a little bit? So now I'm a realtor.
Okay.
And you're looking to build your team, maybe utilize me to pull comps or be in the business. So what's that dialogue like with you approaching me as a real estate agent in the market?
Gotcha. So real quick, my relationship with real estate agents was kind of different. I actually had met a good kid in Jersey who was about my age. We had the same struggles, so he ended up getting his license, and then he called me one day out the blue. I was pulling comps on Zillow. I had a lot of the same struggles you guys had, but instead of crying about it, I figured it out. I used Zillow. I used whatever I could use to pull comps. This kid called me one day and said, yo, here's my MLS access. Don't give it out to nobody. I like what you do. So that's how I got, as far as comps. So I have MLS access. But if this never happened to me and I had to explain to you guys how I would go and build that relationship, ultimately the key thing is that you want to answer for every person that you work with in your business is what's in it for them.
The win-win.
The win-win. So what's in it for a real estate agent to work with somebody like me? Obviously, we're kind of in competition. We're hunting down the same houses in the same market. They want highest price, we want lowest price. And then all the motivated sellers, we both want them as well. So the key thing is to be able to, like you said, create that win-win. So if I'm executing my marketing at a high level, I'm coming across a lot of leads that don't work for me. They want retail, they don't, it's just not working. What I can do is I can refer all them leads to them, just an organic listen. I'm coming through, 50 leads a month. Or 50 leads a month, a week, whatever. If I can refundle you all the properties that I can't do nothing with, and you can get a follow-up, a listing, an appointment at least, you can go and work on your business, I feel like that's a great win, that when I get a great deal, you can run me comps, or even better, I can save you the energy of just give me access to your MLS, Even though, it's ways around that you can do that, without it being an issue, but, that's how I would go about it.
Absolutely. So again, you thought about, as we always say, what's in it for you, but what's in it for the other guy.
Right.
And so now you become an ancillary marketing vehicle for that person.
I'm a whole nother pipeline of revenue. So they're doing what they're doing, but then I'm funneling a whole nother pipeline. And another key thing, as you scale your business is real estate agents, them same people you're working with, bring them on your team as sales associates. Once you begin to expand and you want to scale and grow because they're already in the business. So instead of trying to train a friend or someone new, why not just bring an agent in? The great thing is you don't got to pay them no money. You can work them right off the commission of every deal they close. And it's a win-win for you and them.
With the business.
They're already familiar, yes. So they understand. You just got to teach them how you evaluate deals, how you pull comps, and, pretty much they're doing the lead side of it. So just figuring out that motivation and figuring out, is this a deep desire to sell, you know? So they're great for coming in your business as well.
Right. So, you know, what I'm thinking about and what I love about this conversation, as we come to, I want to ask you maybe one or two more questions,
Okay.
but what I want you guys to take from this in perspective is that here you have two guys from Jersey. One's 24 years old, one's 37 years old. Both have dropped out of high school. Both come from the street and urban environment. Both have learned and been educated and financially literate and learned real estate and wealth building strategies, right? I, to date, now have created 3 multi-million-dollar companies and have managed over 20 million in assets, right? And have built this national brand, 3-time author, TV personality, NBC, Today Show, Fox News.
The list goes on.
The list goes on, right? Have created a nice resume for myself, right? No college education, right? No business training, but through this industry, this is what I've been able to create, right? And provide for my family and live a pretty cool life, to be honest. Isaac is on that same trajectory at 24 years old, owns his own company, did nearly 6 figures last year, on a pace to crush that this year, has owned properties as well. Outside of wholesaling, he has also bought, owned, sold, rehabbed. You have a renovation property, development property going on right now.
And I have a rental as well. So.
And has a rental property as well, providing for his family. Clean, could get swaggy with it when he want to get swaggy with it in the urban gear, get swaggy with it in the professional gear.
Right.
Can articulate himself. These are intangible skills and the things that we learned from these industry and this strategy. This is why we're so excited and passionate about giving it back. Real estate bridges our wealth gap, but it's how financially literate, how real estate literate are you? And this is the foundation to how families are building wealth all throughout the world, especially here in America. So I just want to give you a perspective about who can do this. Not to mention, I just talked to one of your classmates and alumni, Rolanda McClinton, out of Detroit.
Okay.
She was on my Instagram, and I asked her, Rolanda, since 2014, how many deals have you closed? She's closed, as a single mom from Detroit, who's also a salon owner, she's closed 35 deals since 2014.
That's amazing.
Off the same strategy. So the information, strategy, systems, knowledge base is there, y'all. And while they playing ball, doing March Madness, we in here doing wholesale madness.
Right.
Real estate madness. Because that's what's going to pay us. If you ain't got a wicked jump shot, them other traps, some other opportunities is not probably going to cut it. But this industry here and this business will certainly cut it. So before we head out, because I know we got strategies for days on branding, marketing, leads, resilience, persistence, mindset, business operations, automations, right? We're going to teach you all that during March Madness. So what you guys can do, and I want last words from you, Isaac, any thoughts as a 24-year-old young king out here on your wave? And I know you, like you said, you've had valleys and peaks where you got unfocused. I had to reel you back in.
Right.
Now you're focused and committed. Any words of encouragement you want to give to that young or mature person that's watching that might need that motivation or inspiration from you? Any last words?
I mean, I look at it like this, and I learned this from King Jay. You know, it's not a sprint. It's a marathon. It's something that when you want to take on this lifestyle, you got to look at it. It never ends. You know, it's something that you're going to write into the day that you leave this earth. So once you're able to accept the fact that things are not going to happen when you want them to happen, rather when they're supposed to happen, when you're being aligned with your vision and you're, you know, being intentional about every day and, you know, staying on top of what needs to be done.
Focused.
That's what's going to get you the results. So, you know, my advice is just, you know, just stick with it. You know, keep working at it. Tough times don't last. Tough people do. That's a motto that I've been going by for a long time. Like you said, I've been up and down with the business. You know, sometimes I get so excited. I make, you know, some great actions, and then, you know, I just don't like the results behind it. And it made me question the business. It made me ask myself, do I really want to do this? You know, I can, you know, hang out in the streets and just be regular like everybody else. But, you know, deep down inside, that inner, everyone has that inner you that, you know, was knocking at that door of me every single day. Like, this ain't you, man. This is not you. You don't want this in 10 years. You don't want to be the person that said, I coulda, you know, and just talking to myself a lot and trying to remotivate myself really just it pushed me, and through mentorship and through other mentors and friends that was, reminding me, it kept me focused, man. And at this point, I just know I'm in a place mentally where I've never been. Like Jay said, I called him at the beginning of this year. I said, listen, I'm ready to do one-on-one coaching. Don't really matter what it costs. And he asked me, why now? Because like you said, I joined the academy 2014. We're in 2018. Why now did you join? Why now do you want one-on-one coaching? And my answer simply was that, I'm ready now. I didn't want to, burn any bridges, with King Jay, because I know that I wasn't ready at the time. But now I'm ready. And, we 3 months rocking out. I'm down here in Atlanta. I plan to be here a lot this year. So, my business is taking off, and I'm just thankful. I'm blessed. I'm thankful God never gave up on me.
Absolutely. I love that quote. And for context, Isaac flew in. Isaac, how long have we been together today?
I've been here, man. I've been up since 3:30 this morning. I got on a flight at 6 o'clock, Newark Airport. I was in Atlanta by 8. I got in a rental car. I've been in this spot where we're sitting right here since about 9:30 this morning.
So right now, for context, it's about 10 o'clock at night. We started a team meeting today at 10 a.m. We had a JMA hoodie day. Isaac had to change his clothes for his videos.
Yeah, I changed my clothes.
But we had a JMA hoodie day today. Team lock-in, 19 members of our JMA staff, all locked in. Now we're going on 12 hours of work. I'm saying that to say there's camera, men and women behind the camera, and my fiance and even my daughter's back there, and Queen JP and King UJ. This kind of intentional effort, this type of focus, this type of energy, effort brings efficient results. And so there's no hoax to how you become a millionaire. There's 12 hours of work put on a Saturday after a 60 to 80 hour week during a regular week to get to where we want to go. And so I want you guys to understand, we're not here to fluff things up. We're not here to sprinkle fairy dust on you, but we are here to motivate you, inspire you, and give you a real life blueprint. So March 31st, Wholesale Madness. This will be Isaac's first presentation as a J. Morrison Academy instructor and coach. I'll be there with him here in Atlanta, Georgia. You guys can watch online through our private live stream or here in Atlanta by going to jmorrisonacademy.com/events. Okay. That's jmorrisonacademy.com/events to watch Isaac present the starting five to a multi-million-dollar real estate wholesaling business. I'm going to accompany him. We're going to offer a special opportunity for those of you who are there in the room or on the live stream. You guys can call our team Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. That's 1-844-JOIN-JMA. Not only do we offer online training, mentorship, coaching, we also have business and real estate funding available. If you guys need funding for your deals or for your marketing. So we have created platforms, vehicles, initiatives to help you bridge the wealth gap faster. That's what we're about here at JMA. But I'm telling you guys, this young man is a prodigy. He is very impressive. And that's why I don't mind putting extra effort in to coach you and mentor you. And by the time you my age, man, you should.
I'm just trying to stay focused, man. One day at a time. That's all I can handle, one day at a time.
I want to see you guys and hear from you on our live stream or in person here in Atlanta, March 31st, Wholesale Madness. We're going to give you 5 specific steps to building a multi-million-dollar real estate wholesale business. Go to jmorrisonacademy.com/events to register, or just go to jmorrisonacademy.com, hit the events tab, and you guys can register for that event. We'll see you then. Isaac, appreciate you.
Thank you, King.
Coming down and for this interview. Peace. We'll see y'all. Get money. God didn't give up on us yet.
Nope.
Peace. Outwork the work, folks.